Hey scholars, welcome back. So I guess today we're talking about function operations, function composition, just the stuff you need to know for your high school classes. If you need help with this topic, this video is made for you. So let's begin. Why don't we? Let's begin. So also, actually, before we get into it, let me put on my special fingerless gloves, I guess. This is what it's called. I am handmade these, right? I can't do math without them. Yes, because they're pink and they look really like bossy on me. But also, like with the iPad, look at that. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. One day I'll mass produce these, okay? Anyways, let's begin. So we're talking about function operations right now. I guess that's like what we're doing. So operations, what does that even mean? That means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So the sum, f plus g of x. If you see something like this, you're going to get f of x plus g of x. It's as simple as that. Difference, f minus g of x, f of x minus g of x. Easy. Product, f times g of x. Note that this is not the same as f dot g of x. This is times, so note that. That would mean f of x times g of x. Yeah, whatever. Quotient, we have f over g of x. That's f of x over g of x. Boom. Have to make sure that g of x is never 0, though. Why is that? Because the denominator can never be equal to 0. That's just a fact of the matter. Why don't we do some examples? Adding and subtracting. F plus g of x. What is that going to be? That is 3x squared minus 4. That is the f part, right? Because this is f of x plus g of x. So we got the f part. We're going to add the 5x plus 6. Okay. Then that is equal to 3x squared. We're combining like terms here. We got that 5x by itself. And then somehow we're going to combine that minus 4 and that plus 6. So minus 4 plus 6 is going to be plus 2. Boom. That is the sum. Now we're subtracting. Let's do 3x squared minus 4. That is f minus 5x plus 6. Boom. So then we'd have to distribute that negative. This is one step further, right? So we have 3x squared minus 4 minus 5x minus 6. Because we distributed that. Then all we got to do is combine these two. And then we just do that. 3x squared minus 5x minus 10. And that is your answer. Note that f minus g of x is not going to be the same as g minus f of x. Okay, that's just a fact. Like 3 minus 2 is not the same as 2 minus 3. Let's multiply. F times g of x. So we take that 3x squared minus 4, and then we have that 5x plus 6. Okay? You know me, I usually like to do FOIL, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do it the way that they are teaching it in school these days. So this is the box method, I guess that's what it's called. That's a horrible box. That'll do. All right, so I put the 3x squared and the minus 4 up here. So 3x squared minus 4. I put the 5x and the 6. We are including the x's in this box as well. 5x times 3x squared. So 5 times 3 is 15. X times x squared is x cubed. Then we do 5x times minus 4. 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. And then we just have that x in there. Similarly, we do 3x squared times 6. Simply, that is going to be 18x squared. Then we have minus 4 times 6, which is minus 24. This is me going outside of my comfort zone today, so I hope you realize how hard that was for me, okay? Then our final answer is going to be 15x cubed. We're just adding all of the terms in these boxes. So plus 18x squared minus 20x minus 24. And that is our final answer. And we're lucky this time because we didn't have to combine any like terms because we have that 3, 2, 1, 0 degree of the x. So no like terms there. Okay. We have f over g of x. So we get 3x squared minus 4 all over 5x plus 6. So for me, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave that there. We're not going to simplify this because tell me how you would do that. I don't know. But we need to specify that you can only divide this when the denominator is not equal to 0. So then we have to do the little side work here. So 5x plus 6 can never be 0. Then we would solve this equation. So 5x can never be minus 6. We just subtracted 6 on both sides. Then we divided by 5. We divided by 5. X can never be minus 6 over 5. All we have to do to finish this problem is we just specify where x cannot be negative 6 over 5. You must specify that. That's just something that we have to do, right? Function operations are different than function composition. I guess composition could be an operation on the function, but right now we're talking about composition. So f dot g of x is not going to be the same as f times g of x. So what is f dot g of x? What is the composition? It is f of g of x. And if you don't understand that, I'll explain that in a second. So f dot g of x can never be g dot f of x. I'll explain that as well. Why? Because f of g of x is not the same as g of f of x. Who even cares about that? Let me explain more. Let us do f dot g of x. So what is that? That's the same as f of g of x. So that is the same as f of 4x minus 5. So then we'd have to plug this is the x. We're plugging that into this new function. In fact, we're going to have to start working over here because this is about to be juicy, right? So 3 times 4x minus 5 squared minus 2 times 4x minus 5 plus 8. Okay? Then we have to simplify till we get somewhere. So 3 times 16x squared minus 20x plus minus 20x plus 25 minus 8x. We're moving on down here, plus 10 plus 8. Okay, so then we have to distribute this 3. So we got 48x squared. We're combining minus 20 times minus 20x. And that's going to be minus 40x. Then we're multiplying that by 3. And so we get minus 120x. And then we do 3 times 25, which is going to be plus 75 minus 8x. And then we're going to combine this 10 plus 18. And then we should get 48x squared. And we get minus 120 minus 8. That's going to be minus 128x plus 93. And that's on T. Okay, so I hope that made sense. we just had that g of x. We literally just treat the function as a number and we plug that in and then we get that. So that was a little bit tough, but we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to do g of f of x. That is going to be g of f of x. That is equal to g of 3x squared minus 2x plus 8. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit easier, okay? So then that g is going to be 4 times all of f of x, which is this, and then minus 5. This ain't too bad. Let's do this really quickly. Then we get 12x squared by distributing that 4 minus 8x plus 32 minus 5. All we have to do is combine this and this. Plus 27. Right? So that is 12x squared minus 8x plus 27. Whereas if we look back at this f times g of x, that is going to be 48x squared plus blah, 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 which I quite frankly don't care about. Okay, so you can see how they're different because they have different definitions, right? So that's function composition. I hope this helped you. If you needed help with that, you know, quite frankly, a lot of people do. But thanks for watching. Come back soon. Leave a comment if you need some tutoring or some video requests, and we can help you. Bye.